Hi everybody, this is Rita Holmes, just welcoming you to my Simply Saturday Facebook Live or my YouTube. This all goes onto the platforms all at the same time, so you can be watching on YouTube or my Facebook page or my Facebook page or my Facebook group. That's hard to say twice. So anyway, wherever you're watching from, I really want to welcome you and just say that if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be able to help you. If you love Stampin' Up! As much as I do and you'd like to join, we have a great joining special that starts October 1st, and it will go until the 31st. And if you are in the United States, you can join. You can get $125 worth of product that you get to pick anything that's current for $35. Or you get $189 worth of product for $99. Plus you'll get a free paper pumpkin kit and I forget. You'll get business supplies and free something else. I forget. Oh well. And I've read it 100 times. I'll have more information about it Tuesday on my Tuesday live Facebook video. And also it is on it's on my Facebook platforms that you can read all about it there. A great opportunity, and I would love to be your teammate on that, like for you to sign up under on my team and that, and just be able to enjoy the paper crafting, the community as much as I do. Whether you want to be a hobbyist or you want to build a business, it doesn't matter. Stampin' Up! Doesn't matter to them. You want to be a kidnapper, you know, a kidnapper is a person that joins and just writes out their time to see if they kind of like it, if they want to stay or not. And that's okay too. You can do any of those things. And if you want to talk to me about any of that, please let me know. My email is in the description below, and I would love to talk to you about it and be able to tell you all about what's going on with that. But we are going to make a card, and I decided I was going to start October 1st to make Christmas cards. But it's the Saturday before. October 1st is on Wednesday, and I thought, I'm tired of fall cards. I'm tired of Halloween cards. I want to just do something. And I saw a card that inspired me today, and it's a card I got a while back in a swap from Tammy Fight, who lives out in Arizona. I think she lives in Arizona or New Mexico. One of those two places. I forget. Let me see if the back of her card tells me. No, doesn't tell me. So anyway, I was in a swap with her, and I got one of her cards, and it was really, really cute. And so I thought, you know, I like that idea. I want to use that. And so I made a Christmas card with it today. She had made a birthday card. I'll show you her card, and then I'll show you my card that I am going to make. What else do I need to tell you? I don't know. I think that's all about our Stampin' Up! News for right now. You can order the Advent 12 days of crafting. It's not actually like a 24-day Advent. It's 12 days. And each day you get to open, it's like a little box thing. You open it up, and there'll be some cards or tags or something to make in there, and it's going to have some unique stamp set and some dies and different things in it that we won't see in the catalogs. You can check that out online. You can go to my online store. That's also in the description below, and be able to check that out and see what that's about. It is on a first come first served basis, and they started selling it Wednesday, or Tuesday, one of those 2 days. So anyway, it is there, but it's called 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar, or Advent Crafting. I always want to say calendar when I say Advent, because that's what I think of. So anyway, I'm going to turn my camera down. I'm going to show you the cards. The first card you're going to see is the card I'm going to be making, and then I'll show you Tammy's card, okay? So let me turn the camera around, and down. And I'm going to bring this down to where it's not. And if you see this cord here, that's because my phone was dying. So I thought, I forgot to charge my phone up. So anyway, I'm charging it now. And I am bringing up on my monitor this page so I can make sure that I keep everything kind of in line for you to see and make sure that you can see it well. As soon as it decides it wants to load, what's the deal here? My goodness. All at once I'm getting pop-ups all the time. There we go. Looks a little blurry to me. It doesn't on my phone, but it does right there. Hopefully it'll... I wonder if this light is too bright on that. I wonder if I turn this light on. Turn this light off. See if that helps. I don't think that helps. Doesn't help me. Okay. We'll just look at it and see. I don't know what that was about. Now my light looks like it's flashing off and on. Daggone. All right. There's my card. It's a Christmas card. It's really cute. It's like a floating circles, if you can see that. And it's just plain on the inside because it's a single card. Here's the card that Tammy had made, and hers says sending birthday wishes. So there you go. That is hers. This is mine. We're going to get to work on it, and I'm going to show you what I've cut. I did use the Stylish Shape dies for my circles, and I used, and I didn't bring it over here because I thought I had to put it away. I used, it's called Words for the Season dies, and they're these words right here, and I used Merry and Christmas. I don't have these on a piece of magnet yet, but on these, I used them when I did my autumn cards too, the autumn wishes. But when you use those, the first letter, like the M and the C, are not connected to the rest of the word. And it is like that for the whole set. I don't know what the reasoning is on that, but that's how it is. So I just thought I would tell you that. So what I've got here is, oh, here's what I did. My card base, 5.5 by 8.5. Scored at 4 1/4 and just fold for our card base. And it's I use the thick white. I like that better for my card bases. It's just heavier and they stand up better. Then I have 2 pieces of window sheets that measures 4 1/4 by 3. And I have 2, one for each card. And I have a piece of white that I cut to add this to put on my card. You could put it straight on your card, but I tend to like it a little bit up, and actually, I think I'm going to leave that off and try it this way and see what that looks like instead of adding this extra step. Let's see, we'll do one first, okay? So what I did was I took my Stylish Shapes and I cut out paper from, it is called Traditions of Christmas. And this is the paper. Actually, this is the back side of the one I'm using. So I'm using the front and the back of that. I got these turned. Well, I got them turned all different ways. Let's see what we got here. And then here's one. So they might all be messed up. I don't know. And then that's Secret Sea on the back. Here's one with your different reds in it. and a little bit of pink, and that is the back side. This has got a secret seed background. It's got bigger flowers, and it's got the plaid here, and then that is another one, and that's what I'm using. These are just turned around from different ways that I had it. So they're the same papers that you saw. But that is what I'm using. It's called Traditions of Christmas. I didn't buy the stamp set or anything that went with it. I only bought the paper. So I'm also using gold foil paper. And this is our gold foil. And I'm just using it for my letters. And this is adhesive sheets, and what I did is you can take a piece of it. I don't have a piece cut now that I used my scrap. But you can take these, and you can cut it out to the size you need it, and then you can make stickers. You would take this, like I took a piece of the gold foil, big enough to cut my letters out, and I put a piece of this onto the back of that, then put my dies on there and cut them out, and it made stickers out of them. And that's really good for the word dies. The bad thing of it is I usually forget to do that. So I really tried today to make that happen, that I would get that to work. Now I'm going to see if I can use one of these to lay this down on. So maybe I can see where that's at. Yes, that'll work. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we've got these circles. And I'm going to lay them down. Kind of like, and I want these two to touch. So I can have... Oh, I gotta see, that's a little bit bigger over there. So there we go. We can touch that one like that. And then we'll have our bigger circle maybe here. Let's see if we can move this over just a hair. Like that. I want to make sure that all my acetate's covered. Let's see if I cut that one a little bit shorter, and I might think I want to cut this down just a little bit so I can get them all to match. Oh, I think I have it. There we go. Think we got it. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to glue these on. So this is your main thing, is just making sure that you get your edges together. I'm going to take my glue, and we are going to glue this onto the acetate. So I'm going to pick up one at a time. And I know I don't need that all the way down at the bottom. But I'm not putting tons of it on there. I'm putting tiny lines, but I'm covering it pretty well. And I'm going to add that here. Okay. And then I am going to add this one. You can use any kind of DSP for this. If you want to make birthday cards, you can do what Tammy did. She just added, cardstock to hers, which worked out fine. So you can do it any way you want. But I like the DSP. When I started playing with it, I thought, oh, I want DSP on mine. You know how everybody's got their own things that they like? DSP's one of mine. I like working with it. Okay, so there we have those on, and we're trying not to move those too much. Let them dry for a second. And we'll just go around, put this on. And I just want to make sure that they're all touching on the edges, and we can trim the edges down in a second. So let me pull that up, and that's what we have right now. I did pretty good without getting glue too much all over the place. Just getting that off so I can let that dry a second. I'll fluff it right there, as I do the other one. I meant to get me wet my little chamois thing before I did this. That's for the glass mat, and I forgot. So I can I want to make sure I got the wet glue off so that I don't sit everything down in it to make the second one. Other things we go through just to make a card. It's fun though. It's fun. So can everybody believe that it is the end of September? Only a couple more days left. Well, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, 3 days. So a few more days left. Okay, there we go. And I shook the camera, I know, I'm sorry. But, so I'm going to bring in my second piece. And this way I can kind of see that piece is a little bit bigger than what I needed it. But it does help me see what I need to do here. I'm making this the exact same colors. So here again, I'm just going to put this, but like I said, it's always nice to be able to make 2 cards at one time. So stick there. This one can go over here. I'm going to have to move that way. Okay. Get that down to the fat side. See if I can move this one up. Sure. And then this one will go over here. There we go. So we're ready to glue this one. And when you put these on there, you really want to see what position your layout you want the flowers to be, if you're doing flowers or whatever, or if you're using something dimensional, if you're going to use DSP. Keep all that in mind, that is something you'll want to do, because you don't want to make your card and then everything look upside down. That's not fun to do. Let's get over there just a little bit. This is easy to do. It's awkward to do when you first do one, but after you get a few made, then you're like home free. Kind of know what you're doing. Okay, let's let that one dry. We'll move all this out of the way. Get the glue off again that I just got on there. I'm notorious about getting glue. I don't care what I do. It's on the floor. It's on me. On my table. So, I just don't want everything sticking to it when I go to put it together. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to cut these. So let's put that up. I just had my paper trimmer. Here it is. Set it on the wrong side of me. I'm going to bring my paper trimmer in. And I'm just going to lay this to where I see the edging of the acetate. And I'm going to trim that. Probably make this a little sticky. Let's go this way. Hard for me to see my line there. There we go. That was a little bitty line. So I'm just trimming my circles. And you could do this with scissors, but I find that I get a straighter line if I use my paper trimmer. And it works okay to do that. I just got to make sure I see that line. There we go. There's that one trimmed. I like using my, guillotine trimmer better. I made that kind of I'm going to do this other one on my guillotine. Either I need to change that blade or something, because it made it kind of fuzzy. I don't want it fuzzy. So I'm just going to trim on the guillotine real quick. Plus I can see better on it too. That one turned out much better. Okay. Not to say we can't use them both. So those are going to go on like this. And this one will go on this one. So I'm going to turn those over. And we're going to use some dimensionals. And what I did is I made sure that I got them on to where this would stand up really well. But you don't want to get it in the way where you're going to see your dimensionals anywhere. So you make sure you put it onto the DSP part so that it's not seen. I have such a hard time of doing easy cards sometimes. Not that I always do hard cards, I'm not saying that. It's just, I have, and I don't mean easy, I just mean something that I'm not putting 100 layers on or something like that, because I'm that person that thinks you have to do a lot of layering, and you don't. You can make a beautiful card without any layers if you want to. But I've always been in the mindset that I need to do lots of layers. And this card here shows you, you really don't have to. Okay, now I'm going to turn that over. And I'm going to bring my card in, and I'm going to try to center that as well as I can. There's that one. So let's do this one. Got a lot of dimensionals on there, don't I? So there we have that. And it doesn't really look any different than putting it on that backing piece. Now we're going to do the Merry Christmas. So here I'm going to show you what I mean about my... So here's the M for Mary. And then here's the rest of Mary. So I need to put this where I can get that to stay. Here's part of my Christmas. And here's my C. And if you can see that little gold dot down there, that is the I for Christmas. So, I think that's how I want that one. So what I have is this is made into a sticker. So let me see if I can get the layer to come off somehow, some way. Might have been better if I had fingernails, huh? There, I think I got it. There it is. So you just peel that off, throw in the garbage, and stick this down. And that's your M for the part of your... I'll try to get it off of this E. It's thicker. I was hoping I could get it to come up with this. There it goes. Once you get it started, you're good to go. So we just make it a sticker. We bring it here. We just push it down on the paper part. Okay. Then we're going to do the C. Here again, I'm going to go into the fatter part of my... See if I can get that to pull up. There we go, we got it. So we have the C. Didn't take too long to do. I was a little worried about it. Now, what my problem is going to be is to see if, whoops. I want to get my R's kind of coming out of shape there. I want it to stay in. So I'm going to put my H down and then do my R. There we go. There we go. Now I got that little bitty eye, which is right here. Now let's see what I can do with him. If I can actually get that off and make it a sticker. This might be a little tricky. What do y'all think? Okay. It's very staticky. Look, it came off. Ha. Now, I'll put that right here on the edge of that, if I can get it off of my finger. There we go. We got it on the eye. Look at that. That was wonderful. Okay, let's try the next one. See if we can go any faster. You want to time me? I don't think I'd do that right now. Because this isn't a fast process. I probably would have been faster doing glue, but you always have that chance of that glue getting all over the place. And I've been guilty of that. So I'm just going to place these about where I placed the other ones, I think. I'm going to place this one over here just a little bit more, I think. I don't know if I did for sure, but I tried. I know you guys are probably thinking she is going to stick herself. But this is cardstock, and so it's best if I lay it down, I think. Yep, came right up. You can tell I'm not used to making stickers. But I really want to show you guys the sticker paper. There's the Mary. Let's do the C. I'm going to lay it down this time and see if I can go any faster. Not with that side. I did with that side. Geesh. This will probably scare people away from using this since they want you to use it. But it's really nice. Now let's get this off. Well, that's the inside of that. Start to say, don't be my eye. Have to come up with a plan B on my eye if I lose it. Okay, that's off. So let's see if we can get this down without... There, that R didn't mess up as bad, but my M's going to. Now let's take this little guy and see if we can get the thing off of him. Whoops. And this, when you glue it, it really does make a mess. I got it off. Yay. There he is. Look how little he is. My goodness. So it goes right above the eye. And last, what we're going to do is we're going to add some embellishments. So I'm going to add these green embellishments that I have right here. And I'm going to use these large ones, I think, just because that's what is on here. And I think it'll be okay. There's that one. Oh, that's one I already did. Okay, there we go. I have 3 Christmas cards. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. 3 Christmas cards. So that is the card for today. Very simple. Can be used in many ways. And here is Tammy's again. Let me lay hers out. So that is Tammy's. And those 3 are my Christmas cards. So you can see you can use it a lot of different ways. And there will be a PDF on my scrapbook group called Stamp Crazy VIP, which VIP is very important paper crafters. That you can go over there and get the, it's actually has the sizes and then a picture so you can see the card and be able to make it. But you can go over there and snag that off of there. You just have to join that group, and which is good. You can join it, and then you can have access to the PDFs that are in the file section there. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. It's supposed to be nice here, and going out to lunch with some friends and in just a little bit, and then I'm going to come home and work down here in my craft room because I am trying to get it cleaned up. So wish me luck. So we will see you all later. Remember that Tuesday I have a video on Facebook group, Facebook page. That's Stamp Crazy VIP and Stamp Crazy by Rita Holmes. You can look up either one of those. YouTube, I usually get it on a little bit later, and I hope I can still do that. And that is also Stamp Crazy by Rita Holmes. So there you go. You guys have a great day and enjoy your weekend. Be creative when you can. Thank you. Bye-bye.